Hello Gemini, welcome to Inner Divine Truth and welcome to your October reading. Your catalyst this month is Archangel Gabriel. He rules the 5th chakra, which is the throat chakra, and being a Gemini, being the master communicator ruled by Mercury, I feel this is your element. This is your blessing this month, that is Archangel Gabriel is supporting you in expressing your creativity, in tapping into your creativity, and you're coming into a place of empowerment is what I feel. Great power to communicate, to express oneself, to consolidate ideas, to go deep into research and find meaning from it, to put the pieces of a puzzle together. It's all a part of your expression that's coming up. Overall energy is deceit, is ending. There's an end of a deceitful situation. So deception could relate to, yes, lies and treachery and what have you in your surroundings. But for me personally, in this with this deck, often this card represents self-deceit, ideas, thoughts, values that we hold that no longer serve us. It's coming into alignment. So when this card shows up, it's just I see it as liberation. Liberation from attachments, liberation from deceits, liberation from archaic old value systems that no longer serve us. So, and that's where you're stepping into your power. You're learning to speak your truth, to express it, and that's what's it's just making you shine. You're getting noticed because of that in a good way. Sorry. We have the Two of Wands in reverse as your current situation. This is not having clarity on what you need to plan for, the path you need to take, which direction you need to go. This can also indicate world travel, or traveling short distances maybe, but there's been a setback. Two of Wands, just there's not enough planning in a situation that is asking you to be very meticulous about it. So we'll clarify that. In your challenge position, we have your energy, right? The Lovers card. This represents Gemini in Tarot. The Lovers is all about making choices. You see, this is the twin flame energy. Now, what is the choice? Because this came with the clarifying card. As I was shuffling, these two jumped out together. 5 of Swords in reverse. You see, this is all about that speech, mastering that speech. 5 of Swords upright is about saying things that we don't really mean just to hurt other people, and then nobody really feels good about that situation. Everybody loses because it's just hurtful speech. When this is in reverse, and it's also indication of conflict and drama, and here you are, the challenge is making the decision to not engage in conflict or drama, or this could also be with the 5 of Swords, is also mental drama. If you're not physically engaging with people around you, this is just too much mental activity, too many conflicting thoughts, negative thinking, and this is your decision to stop the chatter, to not engage with the chatter, to not feed negative emotions, negative thoughts, to not feed into that energy. That's the decision you're being asked to make, or that's been a challenge for you. But remember, you are mastering your speech. So your throat chakra is quite active. Now, it could be overactive as well, and that's a problem with the chakras. The energy could be like overstimulated, and maybe that's why there's a need to now tame that energy a little bit, and that can be done through grounding, through doing some energy releases, just doing some physical activities, going for a walk, whatever have you, taking a bath as well, and allowing the water to cleanse excessive energy that is just overly stimulated. And that's where that hurtful speech comes up. But with this throat chakra, you're mastering your communication, and that's also that's part of the decision that you've made, is step into this ability to communicate clearly and decisively. Okay, and final advice is the 9 of Wands, but in reverse. There is that wounded warrior here, this energy that needs to be given up. Nine of Wands upright is perseverance. I can do this. I can finish what I started. I can get the work done. No matter how exhausted I am, battered and bruised I may feel at this point, I'm going to complete this work that I set out to do. I have my 9 wands up, just need one more to complete the cycle. When it's reverse, and this being the advice card, this is telling me that there is an energy of exhaustion and suffering that needs to be released. You're still in this cycle, but there is some trauma. There is some trauma related to the work, the project that you're doing. Because you've suffered in the past, there's that suffering that's coming with this. And the message I'm hearing is, moving forward, this assignment, project, business will no longer be that of suffering. There is a release here, and it's just asking you to let go, to not carry the burden, the trauma forward. It's time to put it down. Bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Empress in reverse, and this is that birthing that needs to happen. This is that creative abundance. There is something magical that you are. So this is your energy, the Empress energy. This is telling me it's you. This is who you are, very abundant, very potent, very fertile. But when it's reversed, the Empress is now struggling to express that creativity. And here you have Archangel Gabriel supporting that expression. So those of you in the creative field, if you've been trying to birth a creative project, with this energy supporting you this month, you will be able to accomplish that. It's just a matter of putting in the effort, releasing the idea that this is difficult, or this is too much work, or it's hard work, or I put in so much effort into something in the past, it did not work, won't work in the future. They're saying don't deduce that. That energy has shifted. The way you express now is different from the way you did in the past, and it'll allow you to really step into that Empress energy where you are expressing that abundance of creativity. This is the Mother energy. Wow. Okay, let's clarify the Two of Wands. What is it that you need to plan for? Get ready for something. Get ready. I'm thinking about it in terms of the Empress. It's like if this energy is blocked, if there's some creativity, something that needs to come from you, and if she's reversed and she's blocked, it's like it's a heads up, Gemini, that get ready to step into a very creative process and start planning, because you don't really see it coming. 9 of Cups. That's what's coming. It's that liberation, that freedom. You don't see it happening. You don't believe in it. There's been a lot of hurt and suffering and trauma in the past. I want to know more about this 9 of Cups. There's a lot of joy here, a lot of liberation. There's a wish fulfillment is what 9 of Cups is. What you've been dreaming of in the past and it hasn't happened, and you gave up, but now it's coming. Ace of Wands, something you're very passionate about. Those of you in the creative field, this beckons good news. Ace of Wands is all about a fresh new beginning, passions being restored. Whatever you love doing, you're returning to that. There's a return to what you love doing. We have the 9 and we have the Ace. You're going back to something that you truly love doing. Right now you don't see it coming. Situation will change in such a way it's going to be in your favor. Portals will open, doors and opportunities will open. You'll find yourself being approached by people to do some things, and you'll say, yes, I love doing this, and I'll take it. So 9 of Cups and Ace of Wands, very potent energy, and that's your Empress. It's going to bring in lots of abundance, prosperity. The Lovers and card of deception again. It's that decision. You're at a point of that decision making, right? That's the challenge is now, which way do I go? You're being held back by this 5 of Swords energy. Even though it's reversed, it's still not a nice energy to have around you. Seven of Swords, another Swords. Now that's the card of deception. At the bottom of the deck, we also have deception. So there is an end to the mistruths, the wrongs, the lies that we tell ourselves. And there is something to do with mental activity that's happening, or stuff that you've heard people say. It's to do with speech. So what other people are telling you could be deceitful, or what you are telling yourself, or what you're telling others to make them feel good. There is a sense of deception that needs to end, and you are being called to make a decision now, because it's in your power to end that deceit. So we also have the King of Swords, and it's, the energy of air element. And this is the master of air element, the king, and he's in reverse because he is not recognizing his power. These two energies of the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords is all about conflict and drama and truth and the lies and the deception that goes around us or within us. And it's destabilizing our king, because the king, for me, actually is the poet. He has the right amalgamation of the heart, the spirit, the words, the speech. And he's able to communicate beautifully. And he is that master communicator. Now, when he is reversed, he's not seeing the truth of the matter, or even if he does, he's lacking the courage to say it. So however this resonates in your situation, because we do have this beautiful energy of Archangel Michael. Again, the throat chakra is very active this month, and you need to use that energy to express yourself, your talents, your gifts, whatever creativity that is needing to be released from you. You're going to find yourself to be just so happy, so liberated, so at peace. Look at that. So at peace. That fire within, the third eye being so active. This is downloads from your higher self and the ability to now express it into the world. And you find so much joy from that. It's just, you don't see it coming. And all of this is what's holding us back. And we need to just make the decision to release it, to have the courage to see those deceptions, to call out those lies and say, this does not define me. This is not who I am. Nine of Wands, the Chariot in reverse. You stopped. You were onto something and you were doing something, and because of that exhaustion, because of the trauma that came from whatever the situation was, you paused, you stopped, you had lost energy, focus, and there was a giving up energy here, giving up on something. But like I'm saying, because this is all advice, it's the giving up, it's the messages that it's not going to be the same, because your passion is going to be reignited, and the way you approach the situation now is very different from the way you did it in the past. And we have the Chariot in reverse. Chariot, because of this energy, well, right now the Chariot is paused. When you step back into the power and you persevere and say, this does not define me, whatever happened in the past, it stays there, and I'm not going to carry it with me into my future. I'm going to complete this cycle, and Chariot comes upright. This Chariot is talking about, movement, travel, determination, vision, clarity, seeing the path ahead very clearly and going forward. There's no looking back here. So it's like from this space of stop, ponder, gather my strength back, you now launch ahead without fear, without doubt. All right, Gemini, that's your reading for October. I wish you all the very best. Take care. Much love. See you next month. Bye.